Oh my goodness, Luna is in the episode? Oh my god, it's been ages, girl! And also, finally, we're seeing how the messy breakup with Stolas and Blitz has affected the rest of the cast. A great way to tie them back into the plot. Hopefully Luna can approach this from a daughter perspective and not just an employee one, but still, this is something. This works, and is a good excuse to get the episode's plot rolling too.
I'm coping!
You've coped away every dollar we had.
I like how Blitz is a terrible mess, even in the throes of being dumped. Like, he's so volatile, he can't even break up without taking it out on others. He never admits his own faults, he just always makes it everyone else's problem too.
It was not a breakup! You need a relationship for one of those, and we never had that.
Have you caught on to the irony here? Or maybe it should be called hypocrisy? Blitz has dumped or broken off every single relationship he's ever had. So much so that they threw a big old party dissing him. And once finally one person dumps him, and he has a whole breakdown over it. Blitz is a huge jerk. He's an absolutely terrible person, but that's what makes the drama of the plot so interesting.
Only sent me back a couple thousand.
A couple what? You haven't paid me in a month. Who needs this? Who needs this? Who needs this?
I find it fascinating that everyone's first instinct is to coddle him. Quite frankly, he needs someone to tell him off. Put him in his place. He is actively hurting those closest to him, and they just let him get away with it because they insist on tiptoeing around his feelings. They're enabling this toxic behavior, and I hope it'll be fun watching them start to realize this. A lot of the beginning of this episode is, unfortunately, similar to the Weeaboo short. It's just the one joke on repeat. Blitz wants to have sex with a ghost. They piss off patrons at this hotel. Do it again, and again, and again. I was worried the whole episode was going to be this, but I was shocked when Millie finally spoke up about it.
I'm done. I don't want to play ghost hunter with you.
This is happening before the halfway point of the episode. Thank God. I was afraid this whole 27-minute episode was just going to be stuck on repeat and not go anywhere.
Millie! Did you not hear me calling for help? Mill!
You always need help.
Oh, I see why this was a Halloween episode now. What a fascinating way of approaching this conflict. See, the hell setting works for things like this. A world with demons and whatever should be filled with things like this that can only work in a fantastical setting like what hell would provide. And too often, I feel like they don't play around with the magic of hell enough. So it's cool seeing how it's done here.
Mom!
Yeah, you can give her longer hair and make her taller, but she still just looks like Millie. When suddenly, how Blitzo met Millie backstory, I guess. Hey, I can't complain. At least Millie gets to be a real main character, and not just a prop for Moxie's dumb development or whatever.
We're just Rathians, Blitz. Muscle. It's all we're good for. All I'm good for.
Wow, it only took 18 episodes and 4 shorts for Millie to really get her developmental episode. Yeah, it's backstory development, but hell, I'll take anything for her at this rate. Though I have to admit, her talking about how Blitzo has been this big rock and inspiration for her feels a tad hollow, when her character has exclusively been stapled to just Moxie. I'd believe her claim that Blitz is her best friend a lot more if I ever saw them actually engage with each other one-on-one more. I'ma be honest, having this nightmare demon guy thing just point blank spell out the character's problems feels a tad heavy-handed. Like, he really had to strap Blitz down and play a highlight reel of his problems. Really?
You can't help anyone, you're just a muscle, remember?
It just feels like they're rehashing the character moments we literally just had before. Having Blitz and Millie talk one-on-one was already a fine way to move their characters forward. We don't need evil McGee here putting the story on repeat.
Your level of insecurity is intoxicating.
Yes, I know Blitz is insecure. You've done a perfectly fine job establishing that several times now based on his actions and confrontations with others. We don't need this fish dude to hold the audience's hand and spell it out for us. There's only 2 episodes left, and I am burningly curious how they're going to wrap this season up. It's been sort of all over the place, and I can't wait to see how they're going to try and tackle it with only 2 episodes left. I'll see you there.
When Zach Baggins and Post Malone, rapper Post Malone, were playing in the Haunted Mansion, I mean, nothing happened.
Oh, I'm shocked.
the whole night.
So, I'm doing daily reviews of all of the Hell of a Boss episodes. If you want to see the next episode a day early, consider becoming a patron. I hope you have fun with this series, and a huge shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Andrew, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, Classy Critic, Genital War Thunder, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Holly, Messiah Complex, Jacob, Ben Sketchbook, Rain, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Twisty, Juan, Bunkin Duncan, Hoodie Angel, Ranger, Hutmut Butt, Primaroon, Steve, Overhypen, Knight, Plague, Unspoken, Tyrene, Thanos, Pandemonium, Peter, Agiri, BR Beginner, and Shahid.